An unexpected work opportunity abroad has dog lovers Brian and Lori hopping the pond from San Francisco to Amsterdam, where they'll need to decide, whose house hunt is this anyway?
I like it.
Definitely not have like really steep stairs that the dogs will slip on because they have fuzzy feet.
Busby and Piper get the say of what's going to work, and then Lori and I decide if we can live there too. A little small for the big dogs.
I'm surprised how much attention they pay to what the needs of the dogs are.
We like to play with our dogs and do dog day trips and things like that because they're kind of like our fuzzy kids. And it's more about the dogs.
Actually, the dogs really need their own apartment.
When Brian asked his manager about working remotely,
This manager looked at him and said, "Don't do that.
he never imagined his boss would offer up the ideal opportunity.
You should just move to Amsterdam and open our office there." So it was a little bit of a shock.
We recently opened an office in Amsterdam, and because of the opportunity to move to Europe, we decided, yeah, we should go for it.
Preparing the dogs to take this huge trip was probably our top stressor. Hey, how you doing? How are the dogs? Brian started his job in Amsterdam, and he is living there with the dogs. So last I saw, our stuff was floating by the UK, and I'm hoping it's in Rotterdam, maybe a week away or so.
We have a good sarcastic sense of humor that we share.
I still miss the dogs. I mean, I miss you too.
She doesn't recognize you. She's forgotten you.
I have this great job to be looking forward to in Amsterdam, and Lori may or may not be able to take her job here.
Absolutely, I've had doubts about this decision. It's a big deal to make this move. Hey, guys!
There she is.
Hey! Hi! Hi, guys! Hi!
Oh, we can all hug you.
For dogs, Amsterdam is the city of dreams. They're welcome pretty much anywhere. Hotels, restaurants, cafes, bars, trams, buses, the metro. And to top it off, there are 4 great off-leash parks where they can cut loose.
I think American people who come to Amsterdam love the city because it's a cozy town, yet it has the big international feeling.
But finding an apartment that's good for their 2 big poodles could be a real challenge.
Looking for a place to live with 2 very large dogs.
It would be great to have 2 bedrooms, and since we're coming from California, having a lot of light. We definitely want a really good back garden and being close to a good dog park, and definitely not have like really steep stairs that the dogs will slip on because they have fuzzy feet.
So I like modern architecture, if possible.
Yeah, but what's the point of living in Amsterdam if you're not living in traditional Dutch architecture?
So what is your budget?
So I think our high end is like 5,000.
I'm surprised how much attention they pay to what the needs of the dogs are. I think their decision in the end is going to be what's comfortable for them, but also what's very comfortable for their dogs.
For House 1, Xavira decides on a litmus test for the dogs.
We are now in the Jordaan area, which is the most old part of Amsterdam and also the most popular part to live.
It's really nice. I like it.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah.
I like the character and stuff.
This is close to the office, right?
Exactly, it's a 5-minute walk to your office.
Okay, good, good.
So this house has 3 floor levels, 3 bedrooms, and it's priced at $4,900 per month.
It's under budget.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
helpful.
It has an outdoor space. It's in the city center and close to a park for the dogs.
Let's check it out.
Let's go in.
The street is a little narrow, but I think we could walk the dogs fine.
All right, welcome. This is the ground floor of the apartment.
Okay.
It's nice.
Yeah. I like the brick. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I like the texture.
Not so sure about the electrical, though.
No. Usually I like my wires included in the wall.
It's quite expensive to carve the wires in the wall, so that's why it is this way. So over here you have the fully equipped kitchen.
And is there a refrigerator?
The refrigerator is right over here.
No, it's a little guy.
Well, it's got a pretty tight sink, and the electrical's right above it.
Well, the houses in Amsterdam are very small, so we have to use all the space there is. So the living area is upstairs.
These are some exceedingly steep stairs.
Yeah, dogs might have a problem with that.
You think?
Yeah. So the stairs.
You know, we won't need a gym membership.
So we're now on the first floor, and this is the living area.
I really like the white and the beams in this room because it has a good historic feel.
Yeah, not very modern, though.
No, it's a 200-year-old building. Of course it's not going to be that modern. My relationship with Brian, we do tend to bust each other's chops, and we're always joking around.
One of the reasons why I want to show you this apartment is because it has an outdoor space.
Okay.
Let's see it.
Yeah.
Let's go. And here is the roof terrace.
Okay.
Not quite what we were looking for.
Little small for the big dogs.
This is pretty tough. I think we're hoping for a bit more space to manage the dogs.
Yeah.
It is not a garden, but it is the much space you will get for a city apartment.
What do you think they'd think of the outdoor space?
I think they'd be confused.
All right, well, come on up.
Thanks. I'm not loving these stairs, and there's a lot of them.
Here's the bedroom.
It's a pretty big bed. Do we have to keep it?
No, you can replace it with your own.
But the ceiling's really low, too. It makes it feel really cramped in here. Is that normal?
The ceilings are typical for an historical building.
If I weren't here, Lori would probably be looking at something with even more charm and character.
And upstairs, there are 2 more rooms. You can use them as a guest room or as a study.
Which is good for guests and stuff, except they're going to have to go up those steep stairs.
Yeah, that's 4 flights of stairs for the dogs and for our guests. That's not
tough.
Yeah.
Thinking of our wish list, it checks some of the boxes. The proximity to work, you wanted some charm, has that. You know.
I don't think it really does a great job for the dog wish list.
Not really.
I like the neighborhood. I think it's got real Amsterdam style, and the character in this place is pretty cool.
Yeah, the brick is neat. It's close to my office. I like that. It's nice.
Yeah, but those steps, those are pretty rough. And I don't know how the dogs are going to get up and down those. And if it's not good for the dogs, it's really not good for us.
We don't have our own kids, so we treat our dogs as our own kids.
The outdoor space is a little bit small. Are there other places that might have a little bigger outdoor space? This is what we were hoping for our dogs.
Much bigger than I would expect in Amsterdam.
However, it comes at the expense of Brian and Lori's wish list.
Doesn't really have that Amsterdam feel that we've been talking about.
No, not so much.
It's going to be a challenge to find an apartment that'll fit Brian and Lori and the needs of the dogs. Actually, the dogs really need their own apartment.
This is a nice area. Maybe we should stop somewhere and take a photo.
Brian, Lori, and their 2 furry kids have left San Francisco so he can help open his company's new office in Amsterdam.
Busby, you need your passport photo. You're like a rock star, Buzz. Okay, I think we have enough. Our dogs are really kind of like our furry kids. So you gotta sit. You gotta sit. Good job. Good sit. Oh, wait. Sit. Oh, good sit.
We're taking pictures of Busby and Piper for their pet passports so we can take them all over the place. And we're looking forward to driving around Europe and taking our fuzzy children with us. Hi.
Good side.
Hello.
Finding the right apartment would be a lot easier
Gonna do a little exam on them.
if it was just for them.
Then we're gonna go to reception and make their passports.
Okay.
Okay. Finding a place that suits Busby and Piper is super important because if the dogs are happy, it makes it so much easier for us.
House 1 had a lot going for Brian and Lori.
Proximity to work, you wanted some charm. I like the brick. It's kind of interesting.
I really like the white and the beams. It has a good historic feel.
Yeah, not very modern, though.
I don't think it really does a great job for the dog wish list.
Not really.
I think we're hoping for a bit more space to manage the dogs.
What's that? That's a strange thing, isn't it? Yeah.
Poodles are not simple dogs. Very moody, emotional, temperamental. If the dogs aren't happy in a space, we will know it all day, every day, until we make a change.
Is that your passport, Busby?
That's yours.
Yeah.
Oh, good deal.
Xaviera puts the dogs front and center for House 2.
We're now in the old south part of Amsterdam, which is also the financial district.
Is it close to any good parks for dogs?
Yes, actually, the Beatrix Park, which is a dog park, is at less than a 5-minute walk from the apartment.
Nice.
It doesn't have quite the historical charm that we get downtown or in the center of Amsterdam.
No, it is pretty, though.
Yeah, it's not pretty at all.
So I'm very excited to show you this house because this house has a great garden and it has very spacious rooms.
Okay.
It's 3 bedrooms, 1 bed, and it's priced at $3,500 per month.
Okay.
that's good. It's
Below budget. And how far is this from my office?
Probably a 20-minute bike ride from here.
A little bit of a haul, but
It's not bad.
Well, let's go in.
okay.
It's not in the center, but here you get a lot of space because all the buildings were built pre-war. All right, so the very spacious living room.
This is good. It's nice and light.
It is pretty big.
Nice and open.
Enough space for the dogs?
Yeah, the dogs definitely run around. That's good. I think the floor could work.
Yeah, and it's pre-beat up, so we wouldn't worry too much about the dogs.
That's what I mean. It's great.
I'm not so worried about our deposit.
So this is the reason why I wanted to show you this house.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, this is good.
This is a great garden.
Yeah, definitely impressive. Much bigger than I would expect in Amsterdam. And the big hedge to keep the dogs from barking at people. But also we could entertain back here too.
Yeah, that'd be really nice. We can have friends and the dogs back here.
Yeah.
This kind of garden, this is what we were hoping for our dogs.
Yep.
I think if we picked this house, it would be very easy with the dogs, but we would be compromising on the character and the location to your office.
Yeah.
So the kitchen has big appliances for Amsterdam standards, and as you can see, an American-style fridge.
That is a big fridge. It seems a little cut off from the rest of the house.
Yeah, but it's open out to the garden though, so entertaining with friends when it's nice out would be pretty easy.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay, well, let me show you the bedrooms.
Okay,
sounds good.
Great.
This way.
Oh, more stairs, huh?
These look a little bit better for the dogs.
Yeah, a little easier maybe.
She'd probably go for something a bit more traditional, so I'm not sure if she'd pick this one or not.
So here you have the very spacious master bedroom.
It is pretty big.
Nice. Yeah, it is big, and looks like there's good storage too.
I like the tree out the window there. That's kind of pretty.
Although you do see some big buildings, it doesn't really have that Amsterdam feel that we've been talking about.
No, not so much.
And this extra space could be used as a guest room.
This is really weird space.
It's sort of a bonus space, so you can use it as a storage, as a study, or as a guest room.
I think our guests would probably wake up in the morning and crack their heads.
Yeah,
to stay up here.
I'm not using this as a guest room. At best, it's storage.
See, storage would be okay. That'd be good.
That's not useful for us. I mean,
We don't actually have a lot of stuff.
I think Brian probably would like something more modern than this place, and he probably would like something closer to his office.
Okay, so what do you guys think of this apartment?
It's good. It's got nice light and space on the ground, and the garden is really good.
It's big, it's open. It'll be pretty easy to care for the dogs here, but it's not really the character I was really looking for. You don't really feel like you're in Amsterdam.
It's not quite modern either.
Brian finally gets his wish,
Nice. Wow. It's nice and modern.
but Lori's not having it.
It's kind of missing the character.
What do you mean?
What's the point of living in Amsterdam when you don't have any of that charm? If Brian was doing this house hunt by himself, he'd end up in this super modern place, probably above his work if he could.
There's space for the dogs, but
It is wood, and that'll probably get pretty destroyed with the dogs.
You guys
Okay,
gonna
guys.
have fun? Be
Go
good?
have fun. Be good?
Okay, let's go.
Brian and Lori have made the journey all the way from San Francisco to Amsterdam.
The dogs are a big part of our life. We want to make sure that they're happy and having a good time. And Amsterdam seems to be a really dog-friendly place.
It hasn't been an easy move.
I hope to be able to bring my job. I'm still working it out with my company.
The dogs are excited. We're excited to get out of the hotel.
And hopefully I should be able to work from Amsterdam.
The biggest challenge? The dogs,
Oh, that's
which means a place with a big yard,
This kind of garden, this is what we were hoping for our dogs.
no steep stairs,
We won't need a gym membership.
good job.
and a park nearby.
They're big. They get a lot of energy, so letting them run each day is pretty important.
They are a handful of fuzz and liveliness.
Incoming. So it'll be challenging to find the right kind of place for the dogs, I think.
Sure enough, House 1 comes up short on the doggy wish list.
These are some exceedingly steep stairs.
Yeah, dogs might have a problem with that.
You think?
Yeah. A little small for the big dogs.
I think we're hoping for a bit more space. Let's go.
Okay.
Brian's taking me. I tend to describe Brian as the singing frog from the cartoons because he tends to be mute and then come out with a zinger every so often.
She doesn't recognize you. She's forgotten you.
House 2 takes care of the dogs,
Yeah, this is good.
This is a great garden. We can have friends and the dogs back here.
Yeah.
but isn't a hit with the humans.
It's not really the character I was really looking for. You don't really feel like you're in Amsterdam.
It's not quite modern either.
It's not super modern.
Zavira was right on point when she said,
The dogs really need their own apartment.
that not being an option, she's able to come up with a compromise.
So we're right now in Old West part of Amsterdam.
Okay.
It's nice.
The reason why I show you this apartment is it has a great outdoor space. And it's close to the city center, and I think enough space for the dogs. So this apartment has 3 bedrooms, 1 bed, and it's priced at $3,500 per month.
Oh, that's really good. It's
That
good
is really
below
good.
budget.
Yeah.
All right, let's check it out.
Okay. So the location's pretty good. It's close enough to my office.
That's true. It certainly has a real Amsterdam feel on the outside.
Welcome. Here we are on the first floor of this apartment.
Nice.
Wow.
It's nice and modern.
The kitchen has been renewed, and it's fully equipped with all modern appliances.
It's kind of missing the character.
What do you mean?
Well, you wouldn't even know you're really in Amsterdam. This could be anywhere.
So this is the open plan dining and living area.
Okay.
And as you can see, there's lots of space for the dogs.
Yeah, it is pretty big.
Big, a lot of good light.
Again, it is pretty modern, and what's the point of living in Amsterdam when you don't have any of that charm?
So, Laurie, here is where you get the old Amsterdam feeling as you're surrounded by historical buildings.
Yeah, it's really nice. I mean, it's a great space for entertaining.
Yeah, we'd enjoy it.
Yeah, definitely. And I like that it has 2 levels, so quite a bit of area for them to play. But it is wood, and that'll probably get pretty destroyed with the dogs.
Yeah, could get kind of nasty after a while.
It's rare to have this much outside space in the city center.
We don't agree on all points in this house, but I'm sure we can work it through and figure out if it actually is a good fit for us.
The modern bedroom has 2 showers and 2 sinks.
Oh.
Really? 2 showers? Oh my God,
That's
that is
interesting.
huge. Check this out. That is so funny. Oh, look, you could even sing.
Oh, that's what we want.
Yeah, Mr. Microphone. I think we'll have a lot of fun in that shower. Not only do we fit, I'm pretty sure we can get a dog in there.
Okay, this is a good-sized bedroom for Amsterdam standards.
But it is pretty dark. Awesome.
I like it. Let's keep the bed.
That's great. We just bought a new bed. We're not keeping this bed. I'm not keeping the bed. For Brian, I really think he's gonna like how modern this property is. For me, I would love a lot more character in the property. I wanna feel like I'm in Amsterdam.
So overall, this place comes pretty close to our checklist, but if it doesn't work for the dogs, it's not going to work for us.
As Brian and Laurie hash it out, the dogs loom large.
It doesn't really have a very Amsterdam feel.
No.
The yard, though, is perfect for the dogs, I think.
I think we know what's driving this decision.
A new gig has made it possible for Brian and Laurie to be in Amsterdam with their dogs. But their furry companions may be compromising their own wish list when it comes to the house hunt.
How about a big yard?
It's not really the character I was really looking for. You don't really feel like you're in Amsterdam.
It's not quite modern either.
So your dogs have many needs. Are they the ones who are going to sign the lease?
They might.
House 1 has the character and central location Laurie's looking for.
It's pretty. It has a good historic feel.
They're really close to the office.
But stairs and tiny outdoor space don't cut it for the dogs.
A little small for the big dogs.
I think we're hoping for a bit more space.
House 2 is 4-star accommodations for the poodles, complete with tons of room inside and out. But location is an issue.
Your office is probably a 20-minute bike ride from here.
It doesn't really have that Amsterdam feel that we've been talking about.
No, not so much. This kind of garden, this is what we were hoping for our dogs.
Yep.
Finally, House 3 hits it for Brian.
Nice.
Wow.
It's nice and modern.
It's kind of missing the character.
What do you mean?
Well, you wouldn't even know you're really in Amsterdam. This apartment could be anywhere.
The garden is a little more challenging.
It is wood, and that'll probably get pretty destroyed with the dogs.
But we should probably get rid of one of them, though.
Yeah.
The brick one.
Those stairs are pretty steep, and there's a lot of them.
That'd be awful for the dogs.
Yeah. I think we can say bye to the brick one.
All right. Let's get rid of the
Sounds
brick
good. Word.
I really like the modern house.
Yeah, I'm kind of not surprised. It has a great big kitchen and great for entertaining.
Yeah, the garden, though, could be a problem.
Yeah, I think it's gonna get pretty destroyed with the dogs, and that'll be expensive. So what about the house with the big yard?
So it doesn't really have a very Amsterdam feel.
No, I can't say the neighborhood has a lot of character.
And it's pretty kind of a boring area compared to the other one.
Yeah.
The yard, though, is perfect for the dogs, I think.
That yard is brilliant. So
How do you think we should decide?
I think we know what's driving this decision.
The dogs.
Yeah, as
Yeah.
always.
I think they'd like the big yard place.
We made a decision, huh?
We've got to make a decision.
All right.
Let's go.
All right, fun.
See you.
Bye.
Our life has changed a bit since moving here. I am enjoying taking the tram to get to work. The commute is far easier here than San Francisco. Your job, though,
Yeah, it's not really working out so well, so maybe another opportunity will pop up. The big reason we picked the house was definitely the big yard.
good catch.
And having them be able to run out there is perfect.
Busby, give me a hug. Oh, good hug. Good hug, Busby. Our lovely glasses, because
Yeah.
everything is still on its way. Our stuff was on a slow ship from San Francisco, and I think it's made it to Rotterdam now, but it has not made it to us yet.
We have some rental furniture, and it's good enough for now. The house is bright and light, and that's lovely, and it's private.
Prost.
Happy to be here. So we have some friends here.
Welcome thuis.
Welcome to... Ooh.
That's what they say.
Welcome what?
Welcome thuis.
Sure.
I'm not saying it. You're totally right.
I'm glad we got the pet passport, because we've been able to take them into Belgium so far.
Lots of chocolate, good with dogs.
Are you happy? You're fluffy.